was carried out, that is called as Brahmopadesha, to move with the Brahman and move beyond that, so that you can have the visualization of the knowledge of the whole universe. So in order to achieve that, we have done so many things that is to be done in the Yoga Shastra. The Sandhya Vandana is basically a yoga. It was formerly called as Sandhya Yoga. Afterwards, what happens? It has become Sandhya Vandana, prostration it has become. The prostration is not the purpose of the Vedas. Whereas achieving it, you become that. The Advaita principle is to be totally adopted in the physical body. And that is the principle on which the whole human body has to work. So, in this Parabrahma Vyavastha, the whole visualization was done. What the sun does in the universe, what the moon does in the universe, what is the effect of the sun and the moon in conjunction on the planet called the earth, what the air does within the atmosphere, and what the three materials of the earth called as a solid earth, a fluid, air, water and the Agni, and a plasma, electromagnetic energy called as the boson or also called as Akasha will do it. So these three forms of energy is there, these three forms of energy, the Angangas of the earth. The Angangas of the physical body is the bone and the muscle, it is a solid. The blood is the fluid, the blood carries Agni also, the blood carries air also. So all the three components are there in the blood. The last one is the nervous system. These terminologies in Vedas is called as solid, is called as Bhuhu, the fluid is called as Bhuvaha, the plasma is called as Suvaha. So the body works with Bhuhu, Bhuvaha and Suvaha. So also the earth with Bhuhu, Bhuvaha and Suvaha. So we were interested to know the secrecies of the whole universe. So what the Angangas will do within the physical body, what the air does in the physical body, what the Atman does in the physical body, what the Atman and the mind in conjunction they run this body, what they do. It means the knowledge of the body, the knowledge of the solar system can be obtained simultaneously by an internal travel. So this internal travel gives us the whole knowledge. This knowledge, if you want, you must not have any Vedana when you travel inwards. It means in a painless state alone you can move. If there is a pain, the mind goes outwards. The painless state is called as, the pain is called as Vedana. The painless state is what is called as Veda. So Veda means a man in painless state, when he travels inwards, he will be knowing the secrecies of the whole universe or the knowledge of the whole universe. As such, Veda is the knowledge of the whole Brahmanda. The Veda is the knowledge of the whole Pindanda. Whatever that takes place in 432 crores of heartbeats of the earth or the physical body is revealed in the Vedas through 4,32,000 letters. As such, Veda is the knowledge of the Brahmanda. The Veda is the knowledge of the Pindanda also. Then if it is the case, we have to know what the sun does in the universe. So somebody asked what the sun does. They said the sun will not do anything. Then who does? The Agni within the sun is responsible for all changes. If there is no Agni in the sun, there will be no change. If so, don't say the sun brings the changes. Please tell the Agni in the sun brings the changes in the body. So it is the Agni that brings the changes in the whole universe. So also the Agni from the Atman brings the changes in the whole physical body. Agni is the path in which the entire changes comes. The path is what is called as Rishi. As such, the changes done by the sun, that is called the Agni becomes the Rishi. Whatever the physiological changes that comes on account of the Agni in the sun, whatever the physiological changes that comes on account of the Agni in the Atman, this is what is called as Rigveda. So Rigveda has got a Rishi, what is called as the Agni. It is not the sun who runs the universe. It is the sun and the moon in conjunction gives prana to the physical body. The energy of the sun is called as Aditi. The energy of the moon is what is called as Diti. Both comes together and hits the ozone. The ozone layer receives the energy of the sun and the moon. That energy is what is called as Aditya. So Aditya brings changes, that is the sun and the moon bring changes in the whole of the physical body. The changes done by the sun and the moon, the sun is called as Savitru, represented by Sa, and the moon is represented by the letter Ma. So these two brings all the changes. That is why the Taittiriya says all energy, existence, all the energy that takes birth in the physical body is on account of the sun and the moon. Taittiriya basically is a study of the changes brought by the sun and the moon. That is why it says Varnaswaraha Matravanam Sama Santanaha. Sa means the sun, Ma means the moon. Or in the physical body, Sa means the Savitru or the soul, Ma means the mind. The changes done by the Savitru, that is and the mind put together is what is called as Samaveda. So Samaveda is the change done by the sun and the moon on the planet called the earth. This is Samaveda. The Agni of the sun brings the physiological changes. That is what is called as Rigveda. We know that these two needs a carrier of energy within the earth atmosphere. The carrier of energy in the earth atmosphere is Vayu, the air. The carrier of energy in the physical body is also the air. Somebody asked me what the air does. It is through the air all transformation of the Agni that is taking place in the earth atmosphere. Consequently, every work is done in the physical body through the air. The yajna of the physical body is done through the air. The yajna stops the moment the breath stops. So we wanted to know what the air does within the physical body or what the air does in the physical earth. The changes done by the air within the earth or the changes done by the air within the physical body is called as Yagnaveda or Yajurveda. So Yajurveda is the topic of the air. The air is always represented by the letter Ta, and when the air rises the energy, it is called as I, means taking the energy to the mid of the earth. That is called as Thai. So it means you are dancing the air. You are dancing in the air. The body always dances in the air. A person, you know that we dance only with the help of the Thai. That is why it is called as Taittiriya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad deals with the air, the light and the Panchaprana. What it does is the subject of the Taittiriya Upanishads, one of the finest Upanishads that we can think of, because it gives the whole knowledge of the earth, right from the prana of the earth to everything is been described in the Taittiriya. But the method of study has become slightly different. We have to get back to the applied engineering and applied science level so that we will be enjoy that knowledge also simultaneously. We can tell the forgotten knowledge also. So it is the air that brings the changes, and the visualization must also be done through air as the medium. The mind, when it is with the air, you get that visualization. As such, the Vayu is extremely important, and the changes done by the Vayu is what is called as Yajurveda. As such, Yajurveda is said to have a Rishi. It means the entire change is done by the path called the Vayu. As such, the Vayu becomes a Rishi. So Yajurveda has got a Rishi, what is called as Vayu. So these three Vedas, Rigveda, Yajurveda and Samaveda. Rigveda changes is done by the Agni. As such, the Rishi for the Rigveda is called as Agni. Whereas Samaveda is Aditi plus Diti, that is called as Aditya. So the Rishi for the Aditya, Samaveda is Aditya. Whereas for Yajurveda, it is basically the Vayu. So Vayu is called as the Rishi for the Yajurveda. That is why in the first mantra of the Rigveda or the Samaveda or the Yajurveda, you will find Agni Mele Purohitam in the Rigveda. And in Samveda, the Aditya word comes in the first mantra itself. So also in the Yajurveda, the Vayu word comes in the Yajurveda. Then what is this Atharva Veda? We know the sunlight, the moon and also Vayu produces requisite prosperity in the physical body. The physical body has got prosperity in the form of earth, in the form of sea, in the form of Akasha. These are the three materials or the Angangas of the physical body. If I say they take the physical body itself, I can say the bone and the muscle is one Anganga called as Bhuhu. The blood is the another Anganga called as Bhuvaha. The third one is the nervous system, which is called as Suvaha. These three Angangas carries the energy and bring prosperity in the physical body. As long as these three Angangas are working, the prosperity is there in the body. Somebody was interested to know what this prosperity is, how this prosperity works. Would you kindly tell me how this prosperity works in the physical body? It works on account of the Angangas, on account of the rasas in the Angangas. This is called as Angire Rasati Rasati Rasti Angirasaha. So Angirasa means the energy of the Angangas culminated is what is called as Angirasa. So Angirasa tells the prosperity of the body. The prosperity is what is called as Artha Shastra, and that Veda is called as Atharva Veda. As such, the Atharva Veda is the Angirasa Shastra. So the four Vedas pertain to the knowledge of the solar system. The Rigveda pertains to changes done by the Agni in the whole of the solar system. The Samaveda deals with the changes done by the sun and the moon, or within the physical body. I can say the Atman and the mind. That is what is called as Samaveda. Its Rishi is Aditya. Then the Yajurveda has got a Rishi, what is called as a Vayu. The changes done by the breath in the physical body or the air within the atmosphere is what is called a Yajurveda.